Okay, so today we're going to talk about advantage shopping campaigns and some new updates that have come out in the last few weeks, as well as just how to set up your ASC campaigns in 2024. It's one of the best performing campaign types. I feel like people still don't know the best way to set them up. There's a few basic things you need to do to get set up right, and then we can get into some advanced tactics. So yeah, let's just get into it. Okay, so let's go through the account setup on how to set up an advantage shopping or ASC campaign. This is a demo account. So if you just go to create sales, the default is now just to create an advantage plus shopping campaign. So you don't choose manual, choose ASC, continue. And then what you need to do, if you have a shop created, you can choose website and shop. In this case, I just have a website, so just going to do that. I have the pixel set up, the conversion event. I'm just going to keep it simple and use lowest cost for now, but you can add a cost cap if you need. Choose the country. So this is what's new. There's an engaged audience segment. Initially, there was just the existing customer segment, but now you can use an engaged audience, but it's only for reporting and you can't actually use it to optimize or send the ads to, but it's cool that you can see the results by these two audience types. So the first thing you need to do is actually set these up if you don't. And that's one of the first mistakes people do when running an ASC is that they don't have the existing customers defined, or they don't even have this one, which is the new engaged audience defined. So it's giving you the prompt here. You go in the manage ad account setup. So let's just click and go. And basically you should have your customer list synced from an ESP like Klaviyo or Shopify. And then that way it's a dynamic sync. So your customers are always being updated. But when you scroll down here, you'll see it that like in the existing customers, and then you can search your custom audiences. So since this is a demo account, I don't have anything set up, but you should have your Klaviyo or email list pop up here. And then you choose those and sync them. And same thing for the engaged audience. Actually, what I would do is you can create your custom audiences based on website visitors, engagers of Instagram shops, as well as add to carts or view content. So just create those here and then you can view them in the reporting tab, which is what I'll show you next. So if you go back here, assuming those are set up, and then you'll see once you have the existing customer cap set up, this won't be grayed out anymore. And then you can choose what % of the budget you want to go to existing customers as you've defined. So if your goal is new customer acquisition, set this cap at 0%. If you want maybe 10% of the budget to go to existing customers, you can do that. Sometimes for a new account, I put 5 or 10% of the budget to existing, and 90 or 95% to new customers. So that 5-10% will just help the algorithm kind of find the right people a bit faster, since it's going to show the creative to your existing customers and then kind of go after new people. This is the other new feature, which is budget scheduling, which is pretty cool. So usually if you increase the budget by more than 20-30%, it resets the learning phase. So suppose you're finding the performance is good, or you have a sale coming up within this campaign and you just want to scale it. All you do is like go here, increase your budgets during specific time periods. So choose if it's this weekend, like 10 a.m., ends on Sunday at midnight, you can increase the budget by like $4,000. And even if your campaign budget is like a few $100, like $100 or $200, like it'll still spend the entire amount. I mean, here it's saying 160 because I still have the cap set up since it's the demo account, but you can put whatever budget you like and Meta will spend that, which is awesome without resetting the learning phase, which is key. So it's a really quick and easy way to kind of scale the account at an important time. You can also do it by like a percentage. And then, you can run a bunch of different ads. Like you could, Meta says, to have at least 10 to 20 ads. But what I would do is if all the products have the same average order value, then put them all in this one ASC. But if you have different AOVs and different SKUs that need to get spend behind them, then you can have 3 or 4 different ASCs. So it just depends what your brand needs. Because usually what happens is if you put 10 ads, 1 or 2 ads will get majority of the spend. And they'll kind of ignore the other ones, which isn't a bad thing, but it just depends if you sell out of that SKU that's like getting all the spend. So that's the basic setup on 2024 best practices. But what's new and coming out now, or which I already have access to in some accounts, is they're removing the existing customer cap, which is insane. So it kind of changes most of the way it's set up. So I'll show you that next. So real quick, just to see the breakdown of ASC by audience type, you go to breakdowns and then audience segment. And then you can see here the way it's defined by engaged or new audience, which is pretty cool. And then the new update to ASC, which is that they've removed the existing budget customer cap on new campaigns in some accounts. So when you go to create an ASC campaign, this is what you'll see. So sorry, you can't target existing customers anymore. It's the same as the engaged audience. You can just look at it for reporting. And then, once you go next to create the campaign, like it'll basically be exactly the way a regular campaign was set up before without the existing customer cap. You can still add exclusions. It's just a bit harder to find. So you can go into custom audiences and then add the exclusions here. So I still think within ASC, you should add exclusions just to make sure that it's still going after prospecting. But yeah, don't know why Meta did that. Super random, but just making it harder for you to find stuff. So if you have any questions, yeah, just let me know.